everybody, welcome to another video. We start this one off with me asking you a favour. If you're going to put something in the comment section, could you please put a timestamp on it, because I've got over 300 videos on here now and I cannot keep up. A timestamp, by the way, is just that number. Like here, you would put 20 seconds and you would put a little message like, "This professional driver, why are you not in the bloody correct lane?" People behind you could get past you if you were in the correct lane, or you can put something up there like what's on the screen. But putting that timestamp on there is vital for not just me, for everybody else that would like to comment on that particular clip. It just makes life a little bit easier for me to look up the clip that you're referring to. I might get something like, "That black car, why is it not in its lane?" And it's like 50 videos ago. So I can't remember what I did yesterday, never mind 50 videos ago. So a little timestamp would be most grateful. Thank you very much. Now let's crack on. So why wasn't that car in its lane? Well, obviously it's a professional driver, would you expect? And it's driving a German car. Look at the tailback, just because they can't get in their lane. Now we're approaching this roundabout. I have a learner in front of me again. And it's not great again. I'm sorry to say it's not great again. Where is this learner going? Get the crystal ball out, because it is actually turning left. Now, I know no one's coming out of that turning, but it's not just about that. You could have a cyclist come up the inside of you, one of them food delivery guys coming up the inside of you, that a little bit of an indication would let them know. It's not just about that you know where you're going, it's about letting others know where you're going. Maybe indicate, learner. Should you not be telling them to indicate if they're on a roundabout? Now a little bit further up there you'll see that car pulling out and the van behind it. Now the car has got its hazards on. Now I'm obviously thinking the car's in trouble, it's struggling, it's breaking down, whatever. That's why it's got its hazards, but it's going really slowly. It's not. It's on the fucking phone. It's slowing down because it's having a phone call. He's on his phone. Driving really slow like that on his phone. Now in this clip we're in Tooting. What a shithole, eh? What an absolute shithole. Sadic Khan was an MP here. Say no more. Can you see it? Where the fuck are you going? A little bit further down the road. I can't go anywhere, so I'm going to let this Jeep thing out to the left hand side. As you can see, he's got to cross the bike lane to get out. And you'll see this guy, he doesn't want to wait for anyone. He actually badmouths the car. And there was words there. Now, look where that bike should be going now. Should be going left into that bike lane. Oh, no. That's not the bike lane. The bike lane is over to the left. Now it just pulls out straight away without looking over its shoulder. And eventually goes back into the bike lane. Only when it suits him, though. So why are we making all these bike lanes when they don't use them? They don't use them properly. He was never ever going to go into that bike lane back there because it meant putting himself out. And bikes don't put theirself out. It's only what's good for them, like this idiot. Now we're in Malden for this one. As you can see, we're coming up to a roundabout. And over to the right hand side, there is a bus garage. And you get loads of buses come up to this roundabout and do a full U-turn on this roundabout to go back the other way. Now we're looking at that lorry there. And the bus that's coming from my right hand side now. Now for me, no, he shouldn't have gone. He's got no priority there. Then he stops here. Unfortunately it's off camera. Opens up his door and he's shouting his head off at this bus driver. Now, because the bus driver bibbed him. You shouldn't have gone, mate. It's simple as that. I know you're a big slow vehicle, but it's still priority to the right. It does show up the actual bully boy attitude of the lorry driver though, because that there is a keep clear that it actually stopped on there to have a go at the bus driver. Can you not see that car coming straight towards you, but you have to go out? So weird. Oh God. And they're the ones walk out in front of a bus and do not look to the right hand side. They don't look for someone that could be possibly overtaking the bus. Oh. Stop bouncing it up there. Not hitting the fucking curb for you, mate. I'll go up a drive, but not up a curb. You don't fucking pay my wheels for my wheels. Fuck that. Now in this clip, we're looking for the Audi. Yeah, I know you can't see an Audi, but have a look in the trees. Have a look in the trees. It's got a little bit of police tape over it. Always an Audi.
You can't park there, sir.
Now in this clip, I just want you to look at the state of this road. Now I'm in Epsom at the moment, and there is a lot of cyclists that cycle down these roads. Epsom, Leatherhead, Tattenham Way, all the roads are like this. They are awful. I'm worried about my car driving on these, never mind a bike being on these. They are just absolutely awful. Now a few clips ago we saw a bike not using a bike lane properly, and it never will because it comes off of the road. They're never going to use them sort of things, but the money that they're spending on it, surely they can spend a bit of money putting these potholes right. Look at this on the right hand side here. But the British workforce was out over 2 nights on this road, and this is what they done. This little bend here, they closed the road off for 2 nights to do that little bend. How many of them there was doing it, I do not know. Was it one man and his rake, or 50 people there with a T-urn and 48 pointers and 2 people doing the job? Probably that one, to be honest. Anyway, we come round here and we come across this joker. Good job, mate. Good job. Good job. Notice how he said thank you to the German car and gave me a filthy look. Now in this clip, this junction here has been on the channel a few times actually. It's just badly designed. As you can see, this lane that we're in now, you can turn right or go straight on. The car in front is going straight on. I'm turning right. Now, the car in front isn't one of these ones that's going to race you off, so it's relying on a merge and turn, which they do very, very well. But I seriously don't know why this isn't a right turn only lane, because it's exactly the same with traffic coming towards us. So there isn't a lot of time to play with to actually get over into the lane. And if someone's not going to let you in, you are stuck in no man's land in the middle of the road, getting in everyone's way who does want to turn right. Now that was an excellent merging turn there. Now look at the ones coming towards us. We have got a thicko here that can't see anyone with an indicator on. They're all turning, so everyone has to make allowances for that snot gobbling moron there. They call it defensive driving. No, it's making allowances for idiots. If you have to keep defensive driving all day long, which I pretty much have to do, it's because there's so many bad drivers on the road and you have to make allowances for fucking idiots all the time. It does remind me of football, where you're not allowed to say that they dived. You've got to say it's simulation. God forbid you call the footballer a cheater because they've dived. You know, it's they've dived and they're a fucking cheat. It's simple as that. And you're not allowed to call a bad driver a bad driver. You got to say, oh, I'm a bad driver because I didn't do defensive driving to help them muppets out. Okay, rant over. I've sat in a dark room for a little while and calmed down. So we'll carry on with the video. We're looking at a pedestrian over there to the right hand side. I'll highlight him now. There you go, there he is there. Now he's going to get in his car. Now you can see how tight this road is, but talk about selfish and stupid. Look, he just walked straight out Everyone can wait for him to get into his car, not him wait for everyone else and then get in your car. No, we go to the rear camera now and then he just opens his door. Everyone's waiting for him. I mean, how selfish and stupid can you get? It's time for a little bit of motorway driving. Yep, the good old M25. As you can see, I'm just going to show you the road first of all, because all the action is happening behind me. As you can see, I'm in the inside lane. We've got a slip road coming on, which goes into its own lane. I've got a car in front of me. I've also got a lorry to my right hand side, and I've also got a lorry to my right hand side behind this lorry as well. I do not want the M3, which is coming up on the left hand side, so I am in the inside lane in effect, because I do not want that slip road. The blue car in front of me will eventually slow down and go in behind that other car. And as I've said, I've seriously got nowhere to go. Now, when we go to the rear camera, you'll see what I mean about bully boy lorry drivers. Let's just call him that. So we're going to the rear camera. We've gone back a bit. Now, that lorry to the right hand side that's coming down the slip road there, that's the one we're looking at. Now, he merges onto the motorway, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. What he's done is a little bit close to me, but he can't really help that. And he gets closer though. You've just seen my front view where I got nowhere to go. He gets even closer. And now there's a hand gesture. Where does he expect me to go? And he even gets closer. Now, when you look in your rear view mirror, it looks like that. It doesn't look like what it is on the camera. It actually looks like that. I could not see him at all. I couldn't see that gesture or anything like that. I couldn't see his face or even his number plate. He was that close. It's only when I reviewed it afterwards that I saw the gesture and everything else. I knew obviously he was right up my arse, and I obviously knew that there wasn't much going on in between his ears. You know, there's a lack of brain cells in there, that's for sure.
It's the final brain cell.
So now what we want to look at now is how he changes lanes. It's all in one movement. The signal, the look and the pull out. It is all in one go. There was no mirror signal maneuver. He's going. As soon as he's put his indicator on, he's going at the same time. And look at the distance he had between the van behind him. Not a great deal of distance neither. So he didn't do that very well. But then distance isn't his thing, obviously. I think he needs a little trip to the Specsavers, I think. And as ever, we do like to give them a little bit of free publicity. The company that employs drivers like this, we always like to give them a little bit of free publicity. You've got drivers driving dangerously, erratically, and no need for it, with your company name written all over it. Not great advertising, is it, that? Now in this clip, I'm pulling out of a parking space here, and there's a car coming round this bend here. Who takes turnings like that? If there was a car there, would you make an effort to pull over more to your left? Or can you not do that? Can't get over to your side of the road, you know. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.